November, which was last month, we essentially almost doubled the business. We did 135K in top line.
And how long have you been running the agency for?
Officially, I guess, launched the agency in September of 2023. Whole 2024 year, we were developing the product, which everyone says don't do that, and I still kind of agree with it. Don't develop your product if you don't have sales. Like any agency owner that's under 100K per month, under 150K per month, you could benefit from License and Scale.
Tyler, hello my friend. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm very, very good. So for the people that don't know you, who you are, what kind of agency you run, if you just want to give us a 3,000 foot overview as to where you're at now, and then we can take it from there, man.
For sure. My name is Tyler. I run a dental marketing agency, fully done for you, back end and fulfillment. And we joined the program in June of 2025. And that was when we hit a 70K month. So we joined in June and we did 70K. November, which was last month, we essentially almost doubled the business. We did 135K in top line in November. That's where we're at currently right now.
Boom. Okay. And how long have you been running the agency for total?
It's been a minute, dude. So like we officially, I guess, launched the agency in September of 2023, but we were complete noobs, like complete rookies, no idea what I was doing. And then I just stuck through it for like 12 months, literally just learning, absorbing like a sponge, kind of understanding the industry, learning how to sell. And yeah, bro, I had to go through the trenches, of course. And then obviously once you stay in it for a minute, it starts to pay off. And now we're, looking to scale to multi six figures by like February 1st.
Boom. And I know when you first came in around June time, recapping some of the things that we went over on the onboarding call, where I believe you didn't have a CSM at that time, and there was a couple of things in like price restructure and things like that. Can you just run me through, like, when you were at that 70K a month mark, what were the biggest challenges you were facing? And was you stuck at that point, or was it just a fact of like, we just wanted to grow faster, so we joined to accelerate that process?
We weren't stuck at 70K. So we had radical growth in 2025 up until June. It was January 3K per month, February 18K per month, then March 25K per month. And we had radical growth up until June. And then we hit a 70K month in June. So our main constraints were really developing an infrastructure within the agency. Keep in mind, I didn't even hop on a sales call with Cam or anything or License and Scale. I just closed in the DM because I was already nurtured, and I already knew that you had like what we needed straight up, just because I'm a sophisticated buyer. You're selling to mostly sophisticated people in License and Scale. So I didn't need to really hop on a call. So I realized that you had kind of the solution that we were looking for when it comes to infrastructure and really developing a solid foundation when it comes to your operations systems and, like I said, infrastructure within the agency. So that was kind of the main pain point that we were having, was just having a solid infrastructure. And I knew that you could help with that, with the systems that you've developed at your agency with Pinpoint. It was kind of a no-brainer because we wanted to continue to sustainably scale and not have operational debt. We're still dealing with a little operational debt just because we really need to develop the systems like in every single department, but it's helped so much. That was the main pain point and why we joined, is so we could sustainably scale, which of course we've done. We've now almost doubled the business in the time frame of like 4 or 5 months. I don't know exactly, but we've done it sustainably. And yeah, I mean, it was really the main infrastructure when it comes to learning how to hire, which I was already kind of good at, but we really needed just more support on it. But then also, like I said, the internal operations and how to really structure your agency internally.
That makes sense. So from 70 to 130 now, can you walk me through what the key actions were that you and obviously you have a partner, Nicole, what were the key actions that you and guys took to double the business in the last 4 or 5 months? Was there any like key things that pop up?
I mean, realistically, it was just like, we see what's working, let's double down on what's working. But it was also really helping Nicole kind of free up a little bit of her time as well. So of course we made our first CSM hire, actually, like full transparency, they started December 1st, which is kind of crazy. We have about like 45 clients right now, roughly 40 to 45 clients, or not active, but in total, some are paused. So I think we have like 38 active clients right now. What it really looked like is we needed to free up Nicole's time so I could have her focus on higher leverage things so we could scale, because she's back end operator where I'm just the front end, and I'm really helping like kind of put a vision for the company and how we can sustainably and like predictably scale over time. And she was very, very tied up with day-to-day tasks and just so much minute tasks that were not high leverage, where it was like I really needed her to release herself from those operations so I could have her focus on higher leverage things. But also, of course, it helps her because now she doesn't have to deal with clients, and it's gonna make her life easier as well. So we made our first hire. What the biggest thing was is having, like I said, all the internal infrastructure so she could actually have the ability to exit from what she's doing and have that relief so we could actually grow the business, like I said. And it's all about growth, and we want to have the best profit margins. We want to sustainably grow and predictably grow. And that's exactly what License and Scale has able to, achieve for us.
Cool. And out of I know this is a lot of stuff in the program that can help on the operations side. What would you say, just off the top of your mind, were the biggest things that helped you build out the operational infrastructure that you were looking for?
Yeah, that's a great question. How the program is structured, it's perfectly outlined for the constraints that you're currently facing. You're going to have the answer to it and how to solve that. So it's like the way the program's structured is impeccable. It's great because it helps exactly current agency owners in our situation get to that 200, 250, 300K month per mark predictably, like I said. So the biggest thing was basically just how the program's structured, but then also the data within the program. And the coaching calls, we haven't been to much coaching calls, but the accessibility that you give to the team, you can ask specific departments, like your call center manager. He has all the answers for everything that you need, but then also your tech wizard, she has all the answers for everything that we need. It's just so accessible for when we need something answered, we know that we have the answer to it because of the resources that you've been able to provide. When it comes to a sales standpoint, personally, we didn't need a whole bunch on the sales standpoint. I still don't have a sales rep because I genuinely want to close until 200K a month. I've heard every side of the spectrum. I've heard outsource sales at 100, 150K per month. And I've heard be in sales until it's not high leverage anymore. And if I were to outsource sales right now, I'm going to be frank with you, I would just be sitting on my fucking ass realistically. Yeah. I wouldn't have that much to do besides being the visionary. So it's I'm going to close because I can close on my offer the best. I have a 35 to I don't know the exact, but 35 to 39% close rate. I can close it at predictably. So it's I'm going to continue to close. I'm going to just develop a better sales department as well as I get more data from sales calls and close more deals and just have better sales processes. And then that's kind of the next step is completely outsource sales and then continue to build a better infrastructure, which Nicole, of course, that's kind of her department. And then we'll be set up for success when it comes to high profit margins, but then also sustainably multi 6-figure months. It's going to be a big year in 2026 for sure.
100%. I think you're completely right. The amount of people, we've actually had some people come in the program where they're at 10, 20K a month and yeah, we have 2 sales reps. I'm what the fuck are you doing? Get rid of them now. Cause that is one of the highest revenue driven actions. If you can make $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in an hour and you have nothing else to do, the best thing you can do is focus on the thing that drives revenue into the business until you can't anymore. As we were talking about previously, inevitably as you scale ad spend up to $1,000 a day, so on and so forth, your calendar is going to be the constraint. Then you can consider bringing somebody in, right?
Which is exactly what I'm going to do. It's when we have predictably 5 to 8 calls per day, it's I'm not going to be closing at that point. But when I have 3 calls, maybe right now, ads are actually kind of tanking, which I'm not too stressed about. We're going to totally turn that around. Mm-hmm. But when I'm comfortably taking sales calls and I don't have that much to do when it comes to infrastructure building and visionary stuff, it's it's not rocket science. It's not like we're building a rocket. This is, traditional agency with, of course, AI in the back end and everything and helping with better processes. But at the end of the day, this is traditional, shit realistically for high level agency owners. Mm-hmm. If you want to become a high level agency owner, I'm not building a rocket. Nicole's not building a rocket. So it's I need to continue to close. I've heard, and I've looked up to a couple agency owners as well that are at 500, 600, 700K per month that say they were closing till 200, 300K per month. Maybe they had a sales rep and there was 2 closers, but they were still hopping on sales calls. So that's kind of the route that I'm going to take. And when I have 5 to 8 calls per day, then I'm going to look for a sales rep just because obviously that's when it becomes kind of low leverage and then we can really start scaling.
100%.
Yeah.
So you're at 130 now, as you did last month. What's the goal in Q1 of 2026 to take that from 130 to 200 to 250? What are the key things that you're going to focus on come January?
The key things that we're going to be focusing on in Q1 of 2026, even right now, is 1, internal infrastructure to remove our high leverage key players in the back end to continue to have them focus on high leverage tasks. That's the number one. So building an infrastructure, like I've been saying the whole time. Number two is going to be bumping ad spend, basically just double ad spend until we're not profitable anymore, realistically, or not non-profitable, but until ad costs continue to rise. So it's just spending more on ads for more acquisition. And then of course, selling. So that's obviously Odd Direct. So it's just basically scaling ad spend so we can have more predictable appointment flow, more predictable sales, and then just better client results. We're very, very big on client results. Like I said, we've been in the trenches since like 2023 till, like I said, January of 2025, we only did 3K in rev. So it's like we had radical growth this year, and that whole 2024 year, we were developing the product, which everyone says don't do that. And I still kind of agree with it. Don't develop your product if you don't have sales. But unfortunately, we did that, but it's also been a blessing in disguise because we actually developed a stellar product that basically outcompetes most agencies besides our very, very direct competitors. We took the full 2024 year to do that. So realistically, we're just going to continue to develop the product even further to get better client results that intrinsically increases LTV of our clients. And then just scale ad spend, like I said, and develop better infrastructure. And we're going to be able to scale to 250, 300K per month, consistently. And that's kind of the game plan for quarter one is bump ad spend, double ad spend currently right now, and just go crazy and sell.
Awesome, man. I guess the final question, selfishly for me, would be if there was one thing that you could add to License and Scale that isn't there already, what would that be?
Dude, that's a tough one because it's like you guys have so much that we already utilize and that we need in order. If like any agency owner that's under 100K per month, under 150K per month, even like realistically, depending on how your operations look like, 200K per month. It all, depends on what your internal looks like. You could benefit from License and Scale if you have a shit show internal, because your internal helps you track all the data, helps you scale because of the data that you're tracking. It helps you just actually run a real business. Dude, I genuinely don't even know what it could be, bro. Like seriously, that's like, what would you say, Cam? What would you say?
I mean, maybe... I don't know either. We're working on it, whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You're probably working on some crazy shit already. So I think the AI tools that you guys have that you're rolling out right now, because I actually been talking to Alessandro about whatever you guys are rolling out, bro, that shit I want for my clients badly. Yeah. We are going to do that. I just need to, one, I want to get past this week that we're in right now, but then also two is I really want to understand kind of how that looks. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit afterwards as well. Yeah. But man, they have crazy AI tools that can really help your agency with client success, but then also even help your internal team when it comes to answering questions. Those AI tools, you guys are working on something right now. I was going to say how to implement these AI tools for yourself effectively, which you guys I think are working on, and that shit's going to be crazy. So I guess that, because that's massively high leverage, but you guys are kind of already working on it. So it's like, I'm sorry, I don't really know what else we could add, bro. Like that. It's like, bro, you kind of have everything for like a agency owner at 100K per month or 50K per month or 20K per month. You have everything that you need to scale to 6 figures a month. So it's like, what else do we need? Realistically, nothing, because you're going to be able to scale to 100K, 200K per month with what you have right now. So it depends on where you're looking to go, but you have everything, bro, for a full stack agency course, or not even a course, but a full stack agency mentorship, I would say. Or not even I guess it is a course, but like you have everything that you need, bro. So if you guys are like on the fence of signing with License and Scale, depending on how serious you are as an agency owner, it's a no brainer. So definitely don't hesitate. Like I said, I closed in the DM. I didn't even hop on a call because, already knew that License and Scale is exactly what we needed. So it just took a little bit of procrastination until I just closed, because I was about to close for like a month, and then I like procrastinated and I was like, all right, this is fucking stupid. I know what I need to do. And I just had the payment link get sent over in DM.
A lot of people do that, man. They say they want it, they kick the can down the road. It costs them more to do nothing. The cost of inaction is the most expensive thing when running a business.
100%.
But yeah,
so 100%.
Cool, man. Well, Tyler, that's pretty much everything. Appreciate having you on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Rock and roll.
Yes, sir.